Namaste. Do you know that India has been more than 50% of India's population depends on agriculture sector for their livelihood? Okay, let us take this in other way.
Imagine you are the owner of this cotton field. What if you have a system that will animate you the changes happening in the field since the last 6 months, will tell you the climate for the next 7 days, will tell you the amount of area infected by pests and diseases, will tell you the amount of nitrogen you need to put on a particular piece of land, and finally calculate the exact amount of water required to put in each and every single crop. Isn't that something wonderful? Isn't that something amazing? Welcome to the future of precision agriculture. Welcome to Aumsat Geospatial Technologies. So, you want this technology? You want this technology? Sorry, our answer is no, because Aumsat Geospatial Technologies only sells precision agriculture services to cotton crop contract farming companies at a rate of 230 euros per hectare per year. So, why cotton contract farming companies, you would be asking us? The reason is simple. India is the largest landowner in terms of cotton cultivation.
Now, cotton is very strategic crop for us, right from its production to its textile manufacturing. We start with Maharashtra, which is one of the largest cotton producing state with about 3.5 million hectares of land. Now, in that, cotton contract farming is done on about 180,000 hectares of land. That is our beachhead market of 41 million euros. Now, at present, in farming, three things are missing. First, there is no transparency between farming process and cotton contract companies. Second, there is no real-time alert system provided to farmers when any crop is infected by any diseases or pest attacks. And third, when a crop is produced, there is no proper supply chain monitoring done over that crop. What we do is solve the above problems and bring up farming income by 60%. Now in conventional farming, the input cost is about 1,000 euros. What we do is reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides and bring down that cost to 800 euros. And after we charge our 230 euros, the new input cost is 1,030 euros. So there is slight increase in the input cost, but there is also 20% increase in the yield of the crop. Plus, by using powerful technologies like blockchain into the supply chain monitoring, we add 10% value to the crop.
So you want to know how we do this? Using our unique data fusion technique that combines satellite data, drone data, ground-based sensors, and GPS data into an integrated web GIS platform, we are able to provide decision-made services for our customers. So compared to our existing competitors, our data can be collected in all weather conditions, whether it be day or whether it be night. And additionally, our flexible contract policies help us to get early lock-in with our existing customers at an early stage. So having interviewed 21 customers in our business, we came to know that we can deal with only one crop at a particular period of time, since every crop has its own set of unique problems associated with it. Secondly, our technology isn't cheap, so only big cotton contract company can afford it. And thirdly, a single set of technologies, say satellite technology or particular drone-based technology, isn't sufficient to solve a farmer's problem. They need an integrated platform to address all of their problems, which are solved by our WebGIS platform.
Now, cotton contract farming is done on about 180,000 hectares of land by 53 companies. So on an average, each company has 3,500 hectares of land, which can give us about 400,000 euros in profit. So by acquiring 45% of the entire market, we have 24 such companies to work with. So 24 companies multiplied by 400,000 euros, we have 9.6 million euros per year for profit. And one more thing, as we reduce the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, this will also reduce the production and transport of SAM, which will result in 55% reduction in greenhouse gas emission.
So you want to know who we are? We are a specialized team of engineers and scientists who have worked with prestigious organizations like NASA, ISRO, and United Nations. We hope to build a 100 million euro company by 2025 by abiding with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal number 2 and bringing about 50% Indian precision agriculture under our Aumsat National Database Management System. Thank you very much.
Do you know that sport where they have that you do synchronized diving? That's how your pitch feels to me. Very, very good.
Thank you.
Ashwant.
So I have two questions. One is that you're integrating a number of different technologies to produce knowledge about crop field conditions. But what is your particular strength in actually knowing what those conditions are, in the sense that could anybody who assembled these technologies do roughly the same thing that you are doing? That's number one. Why don't you start?
Let's start with one. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So presently, when I talk about the technology being applied, so in terms of all the technologies mentioned over here, like satellite technology, there's a particular resolution. So if it cannot work after that resolution, but it can give you a synoptic view of the entire area. Ground-based and GPS sensors are particular.
Stop. It's a technology answer. Okay. The answer was competitors. Can they move into you, or is there something special to you combining it?
Okay, it's special to, because we are integrating spatial and non-spatial data together in a WebGIS platform. So if there are, according to depending upon the problem, if the spatial data is more, more accurate, we'll use the spatial data. If the non-spatial data is more accurate, we'll use the non-spatial data. The problem.
Second question.
Let me rephrase this. Do you know anything about crops?
Actually, in crops, when we interviewed our customers, we came to know the problems associated with the crops. So we are into early detection of these problems. We are not into the harvesting and all that.
So that was
yes.
The second question was also kind of technical. What's the minimum or maximum, I don't even know how to phrase it, scale over which you can detect a problem?
A problem, basically, using the latest sensors, we can, it is in terms of accuracy, in terms of whether it is in kilometers, meters, or centimeters. If we have aerial data integrated with ground-based data, we can provide centimeter accuracy at that point.
Dawn?
Based on my experience in this market, 400,000 euros per customer per year seems really high. Can you explain how you got to that number?
Basically, when we talk about the cost is basically putting up all the sensors in the field, then carrying out aerial surveys. Basically, satellite data is basically free in most of the aspects. When we consider all the agencies, it's a boon to the humanity, I guess. That's a very good, positive point at this moment of time. But the major cost is because of the aerial surveys. Because if you consider, if you have 1,000 acres of land and you want me to survey the entire land, so considering the range of a particular drone as being around 2 kilometers, it will take me so much amount of time to do that.
Yeah, but if this is what you're expecting to make per customer, you might want to look at that number pretty carefully.
Actually, the impact which we can create and the yield we can increase in especially cotton crop is high. So we are, as a first mover, we are trying to expect more from customer. That's why that number is huge initially. But not every crop can give that big figure.
Thank you. Victor?